All right, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing another beer from the River Horse Brewing Company, and they're out of Ewing, New Jersey, and this is their Mocha Lisa Porter. So on the label, they're calling this an Imperial Porter brewed with cocoa and aged on Ugandan coffee beans. Comes in at 9% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately, I have no idea how old this one is, and that's because this one, along with a bunch of other River Horse beers, were given to me by a friend of mine and former beer tuber, Joe, of the now defunct NEPA beer review. So Joe is now a brewer at River Horse, and he hooked me up with, I believe it was 4 different River Horse beers. And that's because he brought a bunch of them to the 2019 East Coast Beer Tuber Palooza that Matt over at Massive Beer Reviews hosted. And yeah, he hooked us all up, everybody who was there, with a bunch of beer. And really nice of him to do so. So thank you very much, Joe. I don't think he'll watch any of these reviews, but I do appreciate it hooking me up with all of these. Now, this sounds pretty damn delicious. You know, Imperial Porter brewed with cocoa and aged on Ugandan coffee beans. Now, one discrepancy between this one, between what they list out here on the label and what I saw on their website was, on the website, I believe it said it was brewed with oats, lactose, vanilla, in addition, and I believe, yeah, those three, oats, vanilla, and lactose, in addition to this cocoa and coffee beans. So I don't know which one is correct. This says just cocoa and Ugandan coffee beans, so we'll go with that. But if I start getting like lactose, vanilla hints, then I guess the website would be correct. Anyway, sounds pretty good. I like the label. It's basically the Mona Lisa, but as the River Horse logo for her face, which is interesting. Yeah, very interesting. A hippopotamus is their logo. That's what a River Horse is. Anyway, let's give it a crack. Let's give it a pour. Let's get into it. Oh, so that's pouring out like an Imperial Porter. That has, you know, that's not straight up black. That's more of a dark brown. So right from the get-go, definitely more of an Imperial Porter than it is an actual, you know, stout or anything. Now in the glass, that's going to come off more pitch black, but it's just in person, definitely dark brown. A little bit of ruby red tinges here at the bottom. Has about a finger of a straight up light brown head, very creamy looking. Looks beautiful. Got some condensation. This has been out of the fridge for over 45 minutes, almost an hour. So probably in like the 55, 60 range, which should be fine. Anyway, let's get a nose. Can't even, you know, where am I? I'm a mess. Yeah, big coffee. Real big coffee still. And again, this beer has to be at least 2.5 months old, because he gave me these in late July. Time of review, it's very early in October, so you're looking at least 2.5 months old at the time of review. Yeah, lots. So I'm not getting a lot of vanilla. I'm definitely getting a big chocolate vibe from the cocoa. Definitely getting a lot of, it's just like chocolate covered coffee beans. That's what I'm getting. And I'm not, you know, huge into coffee. Like, I enjoy coffee, but I'm not like a coffee enthusiast. So I don't know if there's a specific profile that the Ugandan coffee bean should be showing me here, but it just smells like a nice coffee roast, but it smells like chocolate covered coffee beans. Maybe a touch of vanilla. Maybe a touch of vanilla. There's caramel, there's toffee, there's roasted malts. A nondescript bitterness to the nose, which I feel like this isn't going to be sweet. It's going to have a nice balance. Yeah, but that vanilla is starting to come for. I feel like there's lactose in vanilla based on the nose. It's starting to come off as like like a mocha coffee, like a mocha latte or something. Making my mouth water. I want to get into this, so let's do so. Yeah, not much more I can get out of it, so let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Joe. Oh, that's delicious. Wow, is that good? I'm getting marshmallow on the taste. Yeah, I'm going to say there's vanilla and lactose in this one. I'm not positive. Definitely feel like there's lactose and vanilla in here. And I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but just like my mind's trying to perceive what I'm tasting right now. First off, body, medium to higher side of medium body, so it is a touch thin at 9%. I kind of expect that going into like a review for an Imperial Porter. I always expect it to have a thin component to it, and it does. But the mouthfeel, super soft and smooth and slightly creamy. I think there's that, they said they used oats, lactose, and vanilla, and that's what I'm getting off the mouthfeel. I'm getting a lot of oats in here, a lot of lactose, because it is super creamy and soft. 9%, I can't tell you this is like a touch over 6.5. This is scary drinkable. But right up front, marshmallow, hit with big marshmallow. And then as it passes through, I get like a sweeter milk chocolate vibe to it, not a dark chocolate or like a cocoa, more of just a straight, like a sweetened cocoa. And then the coffee comes through about halfway through the palate. It's a little bit more subtle than I anticipated, but this is an aged beer. So, and again, that's my fault, not Joe's. Well, it is Joe's fault, but this is Joe's fault. Wow, terrible. It finishes slightly dry, but more to the sweet side of things, but not cloying. This is not like a super pastry beer, but I said in the nose, I thought this would be really balanced. It's slightly balanced, but it's more leaning more towards the sweet side. This is one of the more drinkable 9% beers I've had lately. Just, it's a joy to drink. This is a really fun beer. I'm gonna pour, I don't usually pour more in, but I'm going to pour more in. I don't know. Just feeling it right now. What are you going to do? Beer's meant to be drank, right? Going for one more sip and then I'll make a final determination on my rating. It doesn't matter. I'm really digging this one. It's not like blowing my mind, but what I'm getting out of this is what I was hoping, and that's just a really well-made adjunct Imperial Porter. I'm getting the cocoa, I'm getting the Ugandan coffee beans, although a little bit less than I thought would be in this glass. And again, that's probably me aging it a little bit, or maybe it's just so many adjuncts, but I feel like there has to be oats, vanilla, and lactose in here. And if it isn't, then my mind's stupid. My mind is dumb. I'm stupid in general, but my palate is usually also dumb. So listen, I would bet if I was doing this blind, I would definitely say there's vanilla or lactose in here. That's what I would say. And that mouthfeel indicates to me there's oats and lactose. That's how soft and smooth and creamy this one is. So I think there's oats, lactose, and vanilla in addition to the cocoa and the coffee in here. And it's just a really well-made Imperial Porter that's adjunct all the hell with the best way possible. So rating on River Horse's Mocha Lisa Porter, 4.35 out of 5. So I'm going high 4.25. Doesn't quite approach 4.5. I think I would like to see a little bit more intensity of coffee. I think freshness would probably be a 4.5, honestly. But a high 4.25 out of 5 for this one, I think is a fair score. 4.35 out of 5 is nothing to sneeze at. It's a great beer. Like I said, it really hides the alcohol extremely well, and just all those adjuncts, you get everything in here, and it's not super cohesive. It doesn't blend together perfectly, but you know, it just, everything accentuates the base porter to a level that I find pleasurable. That's the best way I can explain it. Yeah, I wish there's a little bit more of the coffee intensity here. Maybe I wish the body was a little bit bigger, like higher side of medium body to lower side of full body. But you know, that's why I rate these. So nitpicking a little bit, but at the end of the day, this is a really good beer. So 4.35 out of 5 for Mocha Lisa Porter from River Horse. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Value and availability, this is where in every one of these River Horse reviews, I say, Joe, if you watch this, let me know. But if anybody out there does get River Horse or is in New Jersey, let me know the availability and the price point on this one. I would think maybe a 4-pack of this runs 16 to 18 bucks. I'd be surprised if it's 20 or more. Probably in the 16 buck range. I would $4 a can I think would be fine for this one. And availability, River Horse gets decent distribution. We do see stuff here in the West New York area, but it's usually like their milk stout and a couple others. But yeah, this is really good beer. If you do see this on a shelf and you like Imperial Porters and you like adjunct Imperial Porters, grab it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Thanks again to Joe for hooking me up with this one. And until the next one, cheers.